Hi everyone and welcome to today's build. Today we're going to be building a starter home using the Cool Kitchen stuff pack. So we're looking at an aspiring young chef who doesn't have a lot of money, so she needs a little starter home, but she wants the kitchen of her dreams. And she gets this little cottage and renovates it to have this beautiful little kitchen. So in addition to the Cool Kitchen stuff pack, we're also going to be playing with platforms. And this comes from the latest update to the Sims game. And we're just going to be doing a couple of fun things with the platforms. You'll see here I've got an entryway that's sort of risen up. We've also increased the height of the walls across the entire house. And we're going to have a split level house here that kind of descends into this awesome new renovated kitchen space. Inspiration came from this photo that I found of these, down lights hanging over the counter islands, as well as the skylight window that's kind of built into the roof overhead like that. So we've got this split level coming down into the kitchen. Initially I thought stairs, but stairs take up a lot of space. So I thought, why don't we try, we've got this platform tool, why don't we try to do an actual stairs coming down with the platform tool. The only issue with this is, the walls kind of disappearing as you place each and every platform. But yes, our Sims can use these platforms. They can just sort of use them like stairs, provided each level is only sort of one step in difference. Then our Sims can pretty much use them the same way that they would with stairs. So yes, we decided to finish up with a cascading staircase on both sides, platform staircase on both sides, leading into this descended, renovated kitchen. But yeah, the rest of the house still pretty much has this like dark wood doors and handles, because it's still, this country cottage style feel, which is what we're trying to go for, with this rocky outer exterior. That kind of makes it look more like a cottagey feel. But then we move on, into the kitchen space, and then we've got our first look at our Cool Kitchen stuff pack items. And this is the counter island. Remember the islands from the picture I was trying to get a feel for. With the stools, we'll have the down lights as well, also from the Cool Kitchen stuff pack, which is very cool. Hence the name. And then we've got our other items that we're going to add. Our fridge, we've got a new fridge, we've got a new stove. I believe there is an overhead extractor fan as well, which we get to play with. And this like small appliance ice cream maker, which I've never actually used in game before. So I'm going to get to try that out and see how it works too. Right, now we've got our main kitchen items. It's time to look at painting the walls. In the bathroom, decided to kind of go for this sort of more neutral tile and tile flooring. And then outside, we've got to work with this dark wood, so decided to go with the dark wooden floor panels everywhere to kind of still get that dark cottage feel to it. And of course, we just had to bring our Sim in to make sure she could actually get to the platforms and everything, which is great. Awesome. Now to move on to the actual finishing of the bathroom, and that's where we started. So something I tried to do here as well was to play with the idea of platforms again, see how we could build it into the bathroom space. So instead of just your average kind of end table plant there in the corner, decided to add in a little platform and build it up kind of halfway, this elevated platform there in the middle, that you could basically place anything on. So firstly, do the half walls that match the height of the platform. It does this weird thing with shadows, which I don't really like. So just fix the shadows there with a few more lights, and that seemed to fix the issue. And then, you can kind of put everything on this platform. I'd like to play with it in future with the elevated bath, or even a sunken bath. I mean, imagine you have like a sunken bath into like your bathroom. I think I'll do that with one of the next packs that we look at. So yes, just finishing up decorating the bathroom. Those flowers are also from the Cool Kitchen stuff pack. Very nice addition. And got to have a little bathroom with a toilet roll. And we're going to get started on the roof. So what I had to do here, and what you generally have to do with platforms, is rebuild the ceilings, because they don't always come with ceilings. So easy way to do it, click on the yellow you get around the room and hit build ceiling. And that's it, ceilings are done. Then we could start adding in, got this awesome column that we added there to the front, just to get like a bit of a roof over the front entryway stairs there, which I thought worked very well with the rest of the house's stone look and feel. Then we got our sort of normal gabled roof over the top, and then around the back here, this is where we had a lot of fun. So we had to build in these skylights, right? Remember from our image, and we had to find a way to build in a window skylight while still keeping the rest of the roof pieces sort of intact. So that's what I did here. I did kind of like a gabled roof effect here, and wasn't really sure if we should go for a gabled roof, and then I saw this possibility of doing a rounded roof, and look at that, making a little dome out of it. I thought that looked so cute. Wasn't sure if whether you should go for that or the gabled roof, but either way, we have to build the space, make sure the rest of the roofs work nicely around it, and finish it up neatly and make sure that it kind of fits with the rest of the house. So it's not a gabled roof like the rest of the house, it's kind of more this renovated block, which goes with the theme of today, where it's in the renovated kitchen space. Got more of a flatter roof here with this special window, whether we use the rounded window or the gabled windows. We're gonna have to take a look at each of them to see what it actually looks like, because yeah, that's going to be a tough call to make. And then of course all the endings, I think they're called the freezers, just finishes off all the edges to the roofs quite nicely. And then we kind of added this little bit of a tilt to the roofs as well, to kind of give it more of that cottagey older roof style feel, which I thought looked pretty cool there, worked pretty well. Okay, now to actually test these things and to see what it looks like. The only way we can do that is close off. Let's try it with a gabled roof again, put our freezers on and our stony wool texture, and the only way you can see if this is going to be good is look at it from the inside. Look how cool that looks. I love it. I think it was awesome. Got to try the rounded as well, see what that looks like. Also very pretty, but in this particular case, because it's a renovated one, I think the gabled roof is going to work better. So yeah, that's what we end up going for, and I'm quite happy with that. I think it's cool. The rest of the house gets the old kind of cottagey style windows, because remember, the rest of the cottage hasn't really been renovated, but the kitchen has. So the kitchen, we can do these beautiful full length windows, which looks great in the kitchen there. It gives a lot of light into the kitchen as well. Right, now that the windows are in, we can finally furnish the rest of the kitchen. So what we're going to do here again is use the counters that came with Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack. And I love the fact that you can use, various different shapes and sizes to all the counters. The Sims doesn't always give us a lot of counter options. So this was nice to see with Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack, the fact that you could try different things with the counters and actually have matching cabinets and counters, which doesn't always happen. So yeah, another thing we tried to do with this extractor fan here is to build it a bit lower. So you'll see what I'm doing here. I actually created a basement below to get the extractor fan a bit lower down. So I'll show you a little bit when I have to readjust. Just get your move objects sheet on, hold Alt and 9 to raise it from the basement, and then you can actually raise it up against the wall, which you can't normally do on a higher level. So that was how we did that, quite easy, and then just put the wooden cabinets over there so that you can't see the actual extractor fan. I thought that was a very cool addition, and then of course the full length cabinet, which you've got to have in any kitchen, definitely. And now just to make some space in the kitchen here, we just moved up the rest of the counter islands so that our Sims could easily get around. And what's more beautiful than a lovely palm against these windows in the kitchen? I think that worked well, and that is our kitchen. It's pretty much styled up the way we like it. Just added a couple of extra things. Don't forget a sink for the hot dishes, and we had to make sure that our sim could use the stove, use the countertops, and make whatever she needed to make, which all worked pretty well. Now we're moving on to the bedroom, and what I've seen in a lot of these tutorials is some simmers doing platforms for the beds. So having like a heightened platform behind the bed as if it was a sort of a headboard, and lining up the bed against it. And see, even the bottom of the bed is kind of lined up into this platform, and it's fully functional. Hey, the Sims can actually use this perfectly well. So the great thing about this is that you can actually put any items on this platform, any items that would normally be able to be placed on the floor. It doesn't even have to be items that can be on a countertop or a table or anything like that. So you can get your any kind of clutter items there, a dresser, anything you really want can go onto this as if it was a bedside sort of table. Another great thing that we did at the base of the table was add these kind of benches, Ottoman style benches, kind of hidden into the platform base. I had to use 2 of them here just to be able to stretch it across the bed, but I thought that was an awesome look to the rest of the room. And then we finished off the room with these wall panels, wooden wall paneling, just to separate it from the rest of the kitchen. Right, finally we just added the lighting to the outside of the house, just had a quick look around the house, made sure everything looked good, and then we could finally get our sim to come in and test this bed out and make sure she could sleep in it, make sure she could sit on the benches at the end of the bed. And the last thing we had to do was the landscaping for the house. Pretty much what I used here was the debug items, because I was already down, for a starter home. Didn't have much more funds available for landscaping, so I just made good use of the debug items and show hidden objects on. That's pretty much all you need to get to them and search for debug. Otherwise, you can always make use of Twisted Mixie's Better Build By mod, which is absolutely indispensable to me. It's a mod that you download and you install, and it puts all the debug items in categories, so you can basically just go to your plant, your landscaping items, your different plants, your trees, your shrubs, everything like that, and you're able to find all the debug items, which are mostly free. So that's also fabulous. You don't have to actually pay for this, doesn't cost any simoleons, and you're able to fully kit out the landscaping of a house without spending any money, which I think is awesome. Another nice thing about these debug items is that you can find items that normally cost quite a bit in order to make your house look good. So just for example, these planter boxes, like you can get them as debug items. It doesn't cost anything, and be able to put it up against your windows like this and look like little planter boxes. Use the same trick as before, just using Alt 9 to get it up the wall there, and then you've got beautiful little planter boxes, man, that look really cool. Another great hack to use for the landscaping outside is if you've got your little bushes, find any of the bushes and then just use some of the flowers and put them into the bushes. Gives kind of like a nice feel with flowers in the middle, which can work very cool sometimes. Do it again with the bushes, just the flowers in the middle, and it makes it look really cool. And another thing, we tried that with the hedges in the back as well. Found one of the smaller hedges with flowers in them, and see, we could pretty much just add it into the hedge here. Made it look like a hedge has flowers as well. Other than that, I generally like to find the little petals to put around the bushes with flowers in, just to make it look a little bit more realistic. So we essentially do that again, and of course use the terrain tool to build a nice little pathway into the house, and the terrain tool to fill out the rest of the flowers around the house, as well as the dirt underneath all the bushes and the trees and the hedges and the flowers. Just gives that a little bit more of a realistic look to the rest of the house, which is great. So this is pretty much the end of the build. What we're going to see next is the walkthrough. So stay tuned for that, and we're going to see what the house looks like from our little chef's point of view. And yes, ladies and gents, I eventually figured out I did the entire landscaping at night. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I think it looks pretty good, even in the daytime. And this is pretty much our house from all angles. Through the tree here at the back, see our lovely little gabled sky roof. And that's our house. Let's take a quick walk through. Alright, welcome to our little walkthrough. This is our aspiring chef Zoe. She's gonna take us through her house for the first time. Let's take a look. Let's go in here. And there we go. You see her walking down her platform stairs. Let's go down the side. Into the kitchen. And there we've got our lovely overhead skylight. And the rest of our lovely kitchen with our cool kitchen stuff pack items. Awesome. Now let's take a look at the rest of the open plan area here. You've got your bedroom and your platform and the bed here and your little bathroom. And that's it. That's our little house. Lift the roof up there so you can see the skylight. And there we go. Our lovely little cool kitchen stuff packed starter home. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want to see more. See you next time. Bye!